A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a remarkable display of dissent, hundreds of Palestinians took to the streets of Beit Lahiya in the Gaza Strip on Tuesday, chanting slogans against Hamas and calling for an end to the ongoing war with Israel. This protest marks a rare moment of public anger directed at the militant group, which has maintained a tight grip on the territory since it seized control in 2007. The demonstrations come in the wake of a renewed wave of Israeli airstrikes and a deteriorating humanitarian situation in Gaza, where the population has faced severe shortages of food, fuel, and medical supplies. Videos circulating on social media depict protesters holding signs with messages such as "Stop the war," "We refuse to die," and "The blood of our children is not cheap." Among the chants, "Hamas out," echoed through the streets, signaling a growing frustration among the populace. The protests were sparked by Israel's resumption of its military offensive, which has already claimed thousands of lives since the conflict reignited following Hamas' attack on October 7, 2023. This assault resulted in the deaths of approximately 1,200 Israelis and the abduction of 251 individuals. In retaliation, Israel has launched an extensive campaign that has reportedly killed over 50,000 Palestinians, according to Gaza's health ministry. The humanitarian crisis in Gaza has reached alarming levels, with displaced families seeking refuge in makeshift shelters or bombed-out buildings. The protests in Beit Lahiya reflect a growing sentiment among some Palestinians who feel that Hamas bears responsibility for the current situation, particularly for initiating the conflict and failing to secure a lasting peace. While many still blame Israel for the devastation, there is a palpable sense of exhaustion among the population. Ahmed al-Masri, a 35-year-old construction worker, expressed the protesters' desire for an end to the bloodshed and for Hamas to relinquish its control. Ibrahim, another participant, shared his fears of retribution from Hamas for speaking out against the group. The protests signal a potential shift in the political landscape of Gaza, where dissent has long been suppressed. Rights groups have documented the repressive measures employed by both Hamas and the Palestinian Authority against critics and dissenters. The protests also highlight the complex dynamics within Palestinian politics as rival factions vie for influence amid the ongoing crisis. Senior Hamas officials acknowledged the right to protest but dismissed the demonstrations as politically motivated, suggesting that they were being exploited by rival factions. The situation remains fluid, with calls for unity and resistance against Israeli aggression coming from various Palestinian leaders. However, the protests indicate that a significant portion of the population is weary of the ongoing conflict and is seeking change. As the war continues and the humanitarian situation deteriorates, the voices of dissent in Gaza may grow louder, challenging the status quo and demanding accountability from both Hamas and Israel. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.